Alright, welcome back. We are here. And, we're just here. About to talk to this lady. Ooh, she makes dice, maybe. Dice maker.
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the legend.
What do you mean by milieux?
Yes, a Milius is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your door.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong.
Sure, I like role-playing games. I need dice.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set. Unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
This person means you, or no one else, absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly.
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
You like role-playing games as well?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here. The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by the daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone in a murder investigation would intrude upon her focused existence.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
And you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window.
Do you
when I'm in
often
the
work
zone.
Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it. And I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
I see. Thank you for your answers.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
Hey, where are we anyway? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
I heard this place is cursed. Did you know this? That people call it the doomed commercial area.
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced of The place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There's hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going.
Alright, but it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in racks? Some people say it's part of the building
Hold on, the
complex.
whirling is part of the Dune commercial area?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central project.
No, the whirling isn't doing well either. Its waitress just took off, and its customers have trouble paying bills.
And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
Plaisance thinks it's because you're the source of it, a malignant entity.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean? Some kind of sorceress? What about you, officer? Do you think I'm the malignant entity?
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity. Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
I'm starting to think that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with?
Plaisance is not going to like what you have to tell her.
Well, do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Rats scuttle in the dark rooms, under the abandoned blow dryers and dusty mannequins. Cobwebs cover rotors and radio computers alike. So much
There
failure.
used to be a hair salon here, right?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
You wouldn't like it either. The others would laugh at you.
I guess I'm a simple man. What's wrong with a little bit of experimenting? The customers should have been more open-minded.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
What happened in the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemiteps Boxing Club, a community project created to steer at-risk
And who
youth
is
away from
Artemitep?
drugs and crime. A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Maybe that's what Kuno needs, a community-centric boxing club.
Kuno? Who's Kuno?
He is a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
How did that community project work out?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
You should have known it.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around
What's
the
up with
plaza
the
ever
broken
since.
windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milias. Who would have guessed? And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Cool. Very cool about the debris, but what's a snuff milieu?
It's a sub-rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
What does she mean to get off on it?
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts laying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
But what drugs
I
exactly?
didn't know what drugs he was doing for my police report. Sure.
He got high on some weird taxidermy chemicals. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Eventually, they caused him to lose control of his bladder. The smell was awful.
Even you can probably do better than that. You can almost see it. A small, sickly old man, hunched behind his work desk, his pants stained with old piss, stuffing a sad, stiff-legged raccoon dog.
Found creepy
The
man.
entire scene looks tragic.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years
Insect
until
right
the insect
activists.
rights activists came.
What in the name of?
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
Glad somebody took care of the little guys like insects. Insects don't have brains and feelings. They got what they deserve. Making clothes out of beetles' wings is a terrible idea.
At least it had some spark to it. Most young designers just combine lace with leather and call it original.
As she shifts around, you notice several dead flies on the windowsill in front of her. Legs up. They're not moving.
Anything else?
What's with the strange rotor and skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Interesting. What do these transmissions say?
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking of all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Men like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
Found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
You mean Libera? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
I don't know.
Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
From what I've seen so far, the project did look pretty impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
She's right. Showing up to work on time is important. Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult, especially if you've been drinking.
It's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great. You're right. They should have tried harder. They had everything needed to succeed.
Still, not everyone is going to make it. That's the nature of the game.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided die. The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Anything else?
There's a terrifying taxidermy bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other
Alright, what about the
ideas.
other ideas?
There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Sounds like she really didn't like those girls. Fritte does the same thing.
Ooh. Friet. I know a girl just like that. She works in Friet as a cashier and she's not particularly friendly.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Ravachol ICT. And they already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear.
Didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Ravachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
It was the market doing its job.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made the bear definitely wasn't. Doing his job, I mean. He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherian.
Scary, but
Megatherian.
Megatherian, a mega wild beast.
What's a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
a wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs. The horrific necktie tightens around your neck, strangely excited. But it doesn't feel particularly fun this time
I
around.
don't do drugs.
Very good. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
Outside it's light. Light scatters from the low-hanging cloud cover. There's always the threat of snow.
Anything else?
I found the
Another
building's
failed
intercom, but
business,
it's not working.
perhaps? Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires.
So you telling
Sorry
me
about the confusion.
doorbell with empty name consoles?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work
I was
yet.
wondering about the whirling in rags. Is this part of the same building complex?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom, albeit I doubt that anyone responds.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the Doom commercial area.
I saw a
The
name.
darkness of this place
East Delta
is there
Pinball on the
too.
doorbell.
Right, it used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not surprised, however. My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, floriography, trick-track, especially pinball.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
His disdain for pinball could not be clearer.
Strange thing when it happened when I tried calling a company called Slipstream SCA. So many answered.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years. Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
She said she was from Tricentennial Electrics.
Tricentennial Electrics? It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
No, it was something else. It was eerie.
Something else, something eerie.
Pranks can be eerie. Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity.
Actually, the Slipstream SEA mystery might be a recording. I called again later and got exactly the same message.
Why would Slipstream SEA have a 100-year-old recording as their doorbell message? Doesn't make any sense. I'm still convinced it was nothing more than some elaborate prank.
My money is on electrical anomaly. I've heard of these, especially in an old building like this.
Sure, I'm listening.
Alright, actually, here's other questions.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Why hasn't your business failed?
A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
This is still just as theory, but hear me out. I think I know why your business hasn't failed.
Didn't we already talk about this?
It's because you're not in the same building as the others. This is technically the doomed commercial area.
What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guilain 10.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
This used to be a coal plant. You're in a chimney of another building.
This doesn't make any sense. Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this
I'm
coming
just
from?
using logic. You probably haven't properly sealed the chimney crown.
You're right. I should take a trip to the roof once the snow is gone. Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
Don't let her become complacent. She still needs to ward her soul against
Actually,
the
it's only
evil
you.
forces.
Work now. No one's really ever safe from the failure.
She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub
What?
away the exhaustion from
Do you know what this is?
Your lucky charm, some kind of wood.
It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan.
Why are you telling me this?
It wasn't just the jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world that you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
I call it a dump. You made it nice and cozy in here. Well, I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. It's entropy.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls. It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending, or an entirely different world. But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
I'd like to order a dice for you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Tell me about your most extraordinary dice.
A star that fell from the firmament? Those cost more than 7 real. Are you sure?
No, I'm afraid it's not worth it, sorry.
Alright, maybe some other die then.
I'm sorry, I don't actually know what die I want.
How about an amber die?
No, Amber sounds too cool.
Alright, maybe some other die then.
I'm looking for something that helped me avoid.
I think I have just the right one for you.
police colors.
Because I'm a police officer, right?
Not the most original, I know. But sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's best. Here, catch. there a gift for me?
Okay, catch a dice.
Mr. Smooth moves. You snatch the dice out of the air with one hand, just like you're in a movie.
Wink at the dice maker.
Oh, what are the odds? The red one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay, and the blue one is the inverse. I believe these dice are your lucky charm, officer.
She winked back at you. Can you believe it? You truly are Mr. Smooth Moves.
You definitely need luck in Martinez. Was there anything else?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you. Alright. So, we got some dice. Fascinating. We also have the precarious world. I feel like we need more conceptualization, probably. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm good now. I think. I'll come back later.
What have you found?
Talk to the entity
And
she
also,
told me about.
do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
She told me about. Her name's Neha. She's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
Not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
Before you say anything, ask yourself, is the woman really able to withstand the truth? Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. You've come this far, you know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity.
Jess is no curse because of too many inconsistencies. Solace is in the taxidermist shop. He evolved the arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. There is no curse in this. Okay, I guess I'll lie.
Oh, how horrid! I knew something wasn't right about that place. Tell me, did you find a way to break the curse?
Yeah, I just spooked it. The curse is definitely gone.
What does that mean? Are you certain? Oh, but who am I to question your methods? All that matters is that the energies are retreating. I can already feel the curse lifting. It will be a long time until we're fully free of it, of course, but still. Thank you, officer. Truly, you've brought a better psycho-emanation to this humble bookstore, and that's no small achievement.
It will only last a day or two, a week tops. Then her mood will sour and she will feel the curse again.
All right then. All's well that ends well. Should we return to our ordinary lives?
The shop around you feels ancient suddenly, damp and saturated by the coastal.
Unlock a new slot to researches. And how do I do that? I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. Let's boost our conceptualization at least a little. I want to at least be able to understand art.
Hello, sir. How is the investigation going? Found any curses
Yeah,
yet?
found a way into doomed commercial area.
Oh, that's great. I hope exciting adventures lie ahead. And maybe you can help Mother become less afraid.
Ah, we gotta improve culture. Composure, I mean. Alright, where's that? Oh, down here.
Hello again, sir.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is
Hey,
that?
why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
She knows where this is going.
You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. A facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation
It's
than his
okay.
poise reveals. She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
You bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
Yes?
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex.
Want more, but I can figure out why you bite your nails. I have got a few reasons in mind.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
You're uptight because of your mother and the pressure she's putting on you.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
Either way, another ace deduction by the #1 detective in town.
It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the
You
same.
think so? Fine, do better. Do something about me.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Okay, how do you know I'm usually not?
Because you usually aren't.
Yeah, about that. Maybe, I'm also sad and my head hurts.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly
What are you
feels
missing?
familiar.
Why does this feel
somehow.
familiar? Oh.
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar?
Hey, Team Rocket Pumpkin.
must
It's
have
been a little
forgotten
bit. How's it going?
Again.
Well, we're playing, Disco Elysium. It's a very mature RPG. It's out there for sure. It's been okay. Aw. Not amazing. This RPG is kind of dark and tragic. Well, I've been good. I hope you've been good too. Nothing particularly interesting. Oh, we gotta plastic yellow bag. It's a Tuesday in the game. We gotta wash off the death smell. We gotta do that. We could do that if we had some privacy. I guess we could go to the whirling and rags to wash off in the tub. Rub-a-dub-dub and tub. Am I right? Barely anything is interesting in your life. Aw. I mean, I think life is pretty mundane for the most part. You know, with how social media promotes like highlights all the time, it can feel that way. But yeah, a lot of life is kind of mundane. You don't need highlights to. You don't need to make everything interesting. Sometimes it's nice to just be chill. And yeah, that makes the highlights more interesting. Am I right? Otherwise, if everything was super exciting all the time, it'd be hard to make out the more meaningful things in life. Deep thoughts with the ball guy. Okay, well, we're going in here. Let me see if I can wash up. I would. I totally would. What?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom.
I guess I'll wait till like nighttime or something. I do want a bit of backup for like, maybe. Just my perspective anyway. You're just being hungry at night right now? Aw, could eat something. You got any snacks? Unless you're not trying to eat at night. I never really ate at night, so. Oh yeah, team. Oh yeah. I was thinking about doing a podcast. I'm probably gonna be like talking about anime or something. Otherwise, I don't really know what to talk about. I'm gonna call it. I think I'm gonna call it like anime and chill. Not trying to eat at night. Yeah, I know. You shouldn't eat at night. You should not eat at night. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. I mean, I guess I'm gonna do that with somebody. I'm gonna be talking about anime in my first podcast. And you are basically the only one I've told so far. I don't even know how to make a podcast yet, but I'm gonna try it out like next weekend. You know, the one after this. Supposedly people tell me I have a good voice for podcasts, so I'm gonna do it. Just thought I'd let you know. Call it anime and chill. Probably talk about like anime and maybe go off on tangents and stuff. Oh yeah, I was supposed to do something for this guy.
Hola, Wandering Man.
Ball Guys Anime and Chill? Yeah, Ball Guys Anime and Chill.
Yes.
Okay, what am I doing here? I have no idea where to make podcasts even. I have to do research on that. Just to let you know again. Yeah. Will do. I'll even like message you on Twitch or something. I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about. Well, actually I do know. It's an anime called Kaguya-sama. And it's not a shonen, it's like a comedy, romantic anime that I recently watched. Yeah. It's actually pretty good. I'd recommend it. But, I guess I'll tell you all about it in that podcast, am I right? Oh, what's this?
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box, a variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles, Right
I
there.
barely watch anime. Oh, I mean, there's anime covers a whole a variety of genres, though.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more,
But
they don't even
I
fit
get it
your
if you don't
face.
watch a whole
You
lot of
can
anime.
feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer. You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
They're perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy
Yes.
eyes. It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you
Oh,
seriously
man.
with these things on
You
your
only watched
face.
Pokemon anime. Okay, which Pokemon anime though?
No, you are definitely not.
Okay,
buying
fine. You're right. I'm too sensible for these.
Are you sure? But they look so good
Well, I'm
on
gonna
you.
shoot the box.
You should.
These are all boring. Boring third
Which
rate
Pokemon anime?
ho-hum
Like the
sunglasses made
main
of
one,
cheap
or is it
Cerise
Pokemon Journeys?
plastic,
Is it just
the kind
Pokemon
of
Journeys
plastic that
nowadays on
melts in the
Netflix?
sun.
I have
These
not
are
been
all
coming up with
first-rate
any.
sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and.
Alright,
cool
fine. I'll rummage
while doing
again.
your
Maybe I'll
dangerous
find some
police
more
work.
interesting sunglasses.
No luck. All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And all for a mere 6
Kim,
real.
are firefights something we should be prepared for?
I hope not.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's get you some real
I'll
shades.
leave. I'll need sunglasses.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Pokemon Journeys are part of the main anime series? Okay, I didn't know that.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Economical, but also trendy. Look firsthand. Buy secondhand. Keep the economy
Let's
moving.
find something worth salvaging from this pile of rags.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces. This jacket is the apex of human evolution. The moment at which man became weatherproof, practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the world around you. Possibly because of the awful typeface.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
Oh, dang, what's my composure at? Not bad. Would take down my shivers though. Do I want that? What's my shivers at? Shivers. Ooh, it's already pretty high. I mean, I don't even know what. I don't know. Nah. Composure. Okay, yeah, I think like Ash and Go, like, deal with more legendary Pokemon as Pokemon Journeys. I haven't been keeping up. But what are they doing right now? I'm curious.
Defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
I can see you got taste for luxury, officer.
Inspect the
Can't
speakers.
keep your eyes off those sneakers?
You haven't been keeping up with Journeys either? LOL. Dang.
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette.
Have you seen
with a
Wiglet
sleek
at least?
monochrome
I mean,
alloy, a jet black upper,
I think it's a
and
pretty
silver
interesting
line
take on
midsole.
Diglett.
Those sneakers, mister.
Oh, that's
Those
pretty
sneakers are the
pricey.
latest found sneakers. Super rare, super fine, super cool. Only 50
How about
riyal.
speakers?
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable Found Ultras atop them.
No, no, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars.
What about the
here.
speakers though? Doesn't anyone want the speakers?
These, officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Don't waste
Can't
your
I
time
just
on
buy the Sad Conquered Sumerian speakers?
them. No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
But I need some speakers. You seen Wiglet? Nice. What do you think about it?
Well, if you want them, but see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50
Nah.
cents.
I'd rather not. It's weird. Yeah, it's supposedly people are saying like it's based on the Garneal. It's interesting. It's a longer Diglett. I'm gonna take fingerless gloves. Alright, now we gotta see if these fingerless gloves. Oh, +1 electrochemistry. And this is 1 +1 interfacing. Yeah, physical instrument. This is like drama. Esprit de corps. Esprit de corps and shivers. Well, have you started to build your own team? I know LeChonk's definitely gonna be on my team. Ice Cube definitely too.
A rusting control panel with loose wire. This panel usually you pull the lever, nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality?
LeChonk, maybe Smolov. Wiglet is called the Gardenia Pokemon. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if I want a Wiglet on my team. It's kind of, people are memeing about it. I like memes. But I know LeChonk is definitely going to be on my team. And so is Claw, the crab. You think you know 2 of your team members already? What are they? Shoot, there's a girl up there. Did she... Quaxley and Gallade. Yes, yes, I know I'm gonna choose Quaxley. I love the duck with the weird haircut.
Hey, up here, Piggle.
What you want, girl? Why you call me Piggle?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Huh. Wait... Yeah... Yep, yeah. When was last? They keep putting Gallade in games for some reason. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's got like blades for elbows, so... Yeah, I mean, I think it's a popular Pokemon. Yep, yeah, when were you last tested?
Had a battery of tests just last week. I'm practically a patchwork of interesting critters. Kinda like a man-o'-war.
You keep looking off the side. What you looking at?
The lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief. Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish feature. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on
Joyce.
her. On a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
Yeah, I don't like her either. We gotta empathize with Cindy the Skull.
Pig's not half as dumb as he looks.
What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
So you don't know what to write.
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most
So do you
people write
keep using it?
unimaginative
LOL.
stuff.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna use Ice
Go
Cube.
home, and Mono is here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cabs. And my name's not Mona, so...
She wants it to be something true and
I have an opinion
total.
on this. Wanna hear it?
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
You've lessened her desire to deface the
Do
building.
you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit.
You shouldn't keep
No
using it.
shortage of squealers in these
Aw,
parts.
I mean, you're free to use another Pokemon. Maybe Lechonk. Lechonk is gonna be so funny, I swear. I'm definitely using Ice Cube.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't
You
put
don't
on
like
this earth
Lechonk?
to make your
Why?
life pleasant.
It's just a pig
Bucko.
that, like, is delicious. And, apparently muscly. I bet you it's gonna be a buff Lechonk when it evolves. So you won't talk about the murder, but maybe you can tell us something about the murder victim's missing armor?
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
You use an armor art for the body?
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village.
Too
running
memed on?
around
LOL.
in
I mean,
military-grade
aren't all the
handwear.
Pokemon a little
Cute
memed
as
on now?
hell. If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time.
Okay. And there's a little girl wearing the gloves there?
No. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you. I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again. Damn it.
Or a weakness for police officers, miss.
Catch you later,
Thank you
Cindy.
anyway.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
She seems nice. Need to sleep? Yeah, it's pretty late. Alright, have a good night, pumpkin.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Hold on, who am I talking to?
Doesn't matter who I am. Now go on.
Don't
get
trust
out.
that comment because you're gonna listen to songs. Alright. Have a good night listening to some songs. This is the police. Open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
But I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door. There must be
Yeah, tell
another
her we're
entrance
real
to the
policemen.
east.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply.
Alright. We're not dealing with this. Ooh. We got so many morale things. It's ridiculous.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment
Why am I
building.
looking at this wall?
You have no clue. It's just a wall. So many walls all over Martinez. Weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
More magnesium.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep? Pigs come to take me out? Trying to snuff me out?
If anything, you're afraid she'll take you out one
Why would
day.
you even say that right now?
Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to scare me, pig. Not a good idea at all. Trying to sneak up on...
Okay. Okay, so we found a way behind it.
There must be another way into the
What was
building.
that? Kim just got loud all of a sudden. Orange bum hat and some thing. The rhetoric. What's my rhetoric at? Rhetoric. Oh, it's already one. It doesn't matter. I think. Yeah, rhetoric says 0. Oh well, but my reaction speed, it's what? Okay-ish.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. The royal lion, Guillaume's kitten. This knocker will last a lifetime and then some.
Yeah, I used Manana's key to unlock the door.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. Good job. Let's go now. I'm sure there's nothing interesting in there. Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator. A fountain of quicksilver. As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft. A whistle.
I don't think I want to go in there.
I knew I should have quit.
But, I think I should go to sleep though. Oh, what's this? Okay, I'll talk to him.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
Why are you whispering? It sounds like you're already in trouble.
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to spare. Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great
can I at
view
least have
of
a
the
cigarette?
whole thing.
Apologies, but this is my last one.
The god himself has denied you absolution.
I need absolution.
Absolution? I don't know that brand, but I'm pretty sure you can get Astras at the
Just
fridge.
like toss that one down.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
You're right, that was obviously a bad idea. Forget I said anything.
As you wish.
Actually, this gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
Alright, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have
Can
to...
you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Martin Martinez? Good local name. Let's go with that.
Looks like you got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I can tell that you finally got him down. Thank you. It was quite a disturbing sight, even by Martinez standards.
What were you doing last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't
Did
you? No, not you. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Last week? I don't know. Look,
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had
kind
a
of
friend.
friend?
over. It was my Sunday friend.
A Sunday friend. How intriguing. Makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday. You don't have to work. You can just spend time with pals, watching rugby and
What's your
drinking.
friend's real name? Did you see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles. Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows have eyes, and those eyes are watching, spying
Alright, we'll talk
on you
later.
three.
No. We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Oh, dang it. I'll try it.
Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet.
Please don't go. I'll stop drinking. I'll take the trash out. Just please don't leave me.
Trash?
Please don't go. I'll even stop smoking inside.
Listen, I really have to go.
Ah, there it goes. Wasted. You would have gotten at least a few good drags out of it.
Good luck with the investigation.
He's gone.
We should run after him. See where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just give up.
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Let's go check out the door near the pier again. Once we found a way in, we can ask around for his apartment.
Yeah, let's do that. Alright, before we do, we gotta go talk to Banana.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Alright, I guess not Banana, but yeah, they got that guy. Do 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 do. Alright, so, what's over here? Alright. I believe he's in here. We had to do that for some reason. I forget what.
Mr. Dubois, every worker
There's an organ in the to the great state organism of war. Looks also looks just like me.
Eh? Why the hell not? Now, how can I help you today?
Until the union is involved in the local drug trade.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually
No, I'm
investigating
not.
this? You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what?
And gets over it in 2 seconds. Seems like it didn't really hurt.
I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here?
I didn't have a time you made it even shadier.
What?
The brew, the shady brew.
Oh, how could I forget your little side project? Well done, Harry. Well done. Don't even tell me what it was. But good job. I love it when workers take the initiative like this.
So do I. That's one tasty brew. You should drink some right now, if you
I
can.
met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals, here. We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you find your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Whoa, that's so nice of him.
Actually, I find that a little
Suspiciously
odd.
nice.
I'm just a nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice. Politics is all about emotions, and I want you to have positive emotions when you think of me.
Okay then, positive emotions it is. You like positive emotions.
What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gilmont?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
You made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let Nella like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
It's hard to say if he really lost his temper, or if this is another one of his tricks. This man almost never
She always said the
visibly.
previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Joy seems to think the union is lowballing her.
Yes, yes. Low balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and
I told Joyce I
irresponsible
met you.
behavior.
It's perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine.
He seems happy about the prospect of you telling Joyce
Sounds like
about
you
your
want me to tell
conversations.
her about our conversation.
No, Harry. I'm perfectly neutral and 100% for transparency. I know people say a lot of bad things about the Debarders Union, but we are actually squeaky clean.
Yes, he really doesn't seem to mind. Sure, he thinks. It's about transparency.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as
Okay,
that.
let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
Open the door, you asked me. Can we discuss some more tonight?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
There is no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible and unswayable. Just tell the truth.
The deal wasn't for me to go inside, so I didn't.
You're right, Harry. You only had to unlock the door, which you did. So we're all good here. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
You said this lynching and the strike are related. How?
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps. Harry,
What do
this
you mean?
strike is the culmination of many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor. Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire.
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Santa Maritza. You name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
I think I've heard enough.
No, you haven't, Harry. I haven't told you anything about the crime yet. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my
Wait, they
container.
moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
An entire neighborhood of killers.
Alright, the whole neighborhood is in on it.
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for
Who
their
exactly
home
did the
base.
pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union, A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly. They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
Despite his boastful tone, he's having doubts about something. But what? Maybe he doesn't believe the boys really had it in them. They're his boys.
I think you're sharing this information with the police because you don't think they actually did it.
That's very clever, Harry. Yes, they might have said it just to impress some girls or something. But Titus has a bad temper, so the chances are 50-50.
There was a bullet in the hangman's head.
So they shot him?
He was shot in the head before he was hanged.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard. What I do know is, the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my 2 little policemen. Godspeed, policeman.
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
He's not scared of them. If anything, he likes them being...
You mentioned a lawyer girl.
Strange.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Tell me about Titus Hardy and his crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets. You know what, Harry? I got a feeling they're gonna show up in full force tomorrow.
The lieutenant marks something in his
I could
notebook.
use your back. Could you ask the Hardy Boys to cooperate?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this tour.
When you meet this Titus, tell him about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5
Hey,
reals.
why are you giving this to me?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 reals.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
I don't need it. I only wanted you to help me with the Hardy Boys.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else? But of course.
When you meet the...
Also, Harry,
I'll take
here's
it.
5
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote. How many micro bribes would this guy take?
Good boy. A real team player. Now, do you have any more questions? Was it a good tour? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you.
Yeah.
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
This is another corrupt scheme, isn't it? I'm neither left or right. I do what my heart tells me to do.
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry? Does it tell you to forget about it? Or do you think it wants to be found? I think it's lonely and cold. I think it wants to be found, and I have a proposal for you.
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
And what do you think of this?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But he thinks it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind
What are the
this killing.
signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission
Where
off
is
the
this
ground,
place
Harry.
exactly?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under.
What will happen to the
fish
current
logs,
occupants?
and the wind hat.
They are just going to have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from
Well,
Stella Marie.
if I happen to be there, I can ask them.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the water lock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then we can talk about your gun. Most certainly, Harry. By all means, Harry. See you soon, debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
Alright. What else would we want? Well, a little more suggestion, don't we? Nah, well, we can save. Shivers is nice. Half light, physical instrument. We want a little more muscle, I guess. So, yeah, let's do this. Want a little more muscle. Alright, I'm calling it for this video. I'll see you guys later. Till next time.